Hi guys, this is Miss Galloway, and this is going to be a really quick little video because I am recording this while my students are at lunch because I had a very kind student agree to let me use their student logon so I can show you precisely what you will see from your end of the online textbook resources. So currently right now what you're seeing is my class blog. This is what it looks like. I'm on a student account. The resolution of the screen is a little bit different from what it looks like on a different source. But again, you can see that here's the band across the top that I was talking about that will take you to my online textbook resources. If you're in a different class, if you're with Mr. Pinnell or Miss Guest, their link is going to be in a different place on their blog. Make sure you know where it is. So what you're going to do for me is go over here and click Online Textbook Resources. Scroll down and you will see that I've got instructions here. Now, as we discussed in class, and hopefully your teacher talked about this with you as well, if you have any trouble logging on at school or at home on your devices, please let us know. We really have to know who's having access problems, and it also helps if you can give us specifics. What kind of device were you on? If you are on a computer, what browser are you using? The internet browser is like Mozilla or Chrome or Safari. Don't just tell me you're on Google. Google isn't a browser, so you need to be specific about that. So this one right now, I am on Chrome and I'm logged in through the school, so I'm not going to do this stuff right here. Instead, I just click on this link, and this is what you should see because this is a student logon. It takes a moment to log on, but it's got some pretty cool stuff, and it looks very, very, very similar to exactly what I showed you in the previous video. There's a couple of tabs across the top that are missing because you guys are students and you don't have to do data analysis or anything like that. Instead, what you'll see is the band here, the carousel that says modules, that has essentially chapter markings on them. And then you will also see a section called resources. You can kind of skip the resources section unless your teacher specifically sends you there. Instead, if we say this unit, we're going to cover all of module 3, 4, and 5, well, then you need to start by clicking on Module 3 and work your way through it. And this looks exactly like what I talked about in your previous video. You can see up here the play audio option, you can see the notes option, and you can also see, I forgot to mention this, you can turn off the audio so you don't accidentally hit that button in a crowded place if you don't have headphones on. And you can also hit read along highlight, so if you do hit play audio, it'll highlight what it's reading at the time so you can focus on individual words. This can be very, very helpful if English isn't your first language or if you just need to read things multiple times. So there you go. That's what it looks like on your end. The other thing that I will point out is that when you click on options, usually if you click on a module, it will open in a new tab up here at the top of your browser. So to go back to where you previously were, just X out of that tab and you'll be back where you started. The other thing I would point out to you, because I couldn't show you this on your end, is that you can click this button right here and you can see assignments. These are things that are sent to you by your teacher, things that you have to finish for them. So for me, for my class, my student has to do these particular lessons that I have sent to them. And if you click on them, it has directions. It says, here's what I want. You read and take notes on the section of Lesson 3 labeled The Persian Legacy in Module 4. You will use this information to complete your non-Western belief systems foldable, because that's what they're going to use this information to do in my class. So once you read the directions, then you click Continue, and as you work your way through that lesson, it will show me, the teacher, that you have done so, and then I can grade you. Up here, this is the score tab. And since I only assigned these assignments last night to my students, Chelsea hasn't started hers yet. But when she finishes it, I will be able to send her back a score and she'll be able to see how she's done on things. So that is the cool stuff that is available to you on your online resources. So hopefully that is helpful. I do appreciate everybody's patience as we work through this stuff. But do remember, if you have trouble logging on at home or at school, we need to know. Tell your teachers. Be specific about your problems. If you're concerned about things, if you don't know how to describe it, the best way to do it is to take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, email it to your teacher so that we can kind of see exactly what your problem is. Some of us are better at technology than others, and there are people at the county level who can help us out as well. We know that this is really confusing and frustrating for some of you, so thank you for being patient as we work our way through it together. Thank you very much, and hopefully this is helpful.